I need a snack. So we were going to start with Stalker Clear Sky today. I decided against that because I want to get Black Mesa out of the way, and I'm pretty sure, since it's a game we played before, it's Half-Life, and it's a game that I've already played through most of Black Mesa itself. You know, up until they stopped making it. Hey Nurse, how are you doing? Thanks for the host, April. How are you doing? How's the rest of your skateboarding adventures? We are about to jump into Black Mesa, which is the fan-made Half-Life game back when Valve first started their whole approval process of letting people mess with their IPs, only the game was never finished back in the day. And it's really funny because actually when we look into the game's files by bringing it up, we actually see I have a save file from back in 2016. But that save file is inaccessible because the game has changed too many times. Hello, Tent. How are you doing? So the game has changed too many times that you can no longer use your old save files on the current build of the game. However, the current bit of the game actually finishes it towards the end, or at least adds in, which was all that was missing from the original. Not the original game, but the original iteration of Black Mesa, the fan-made redo of Half-Life. Point being is, you don't get a lot of games like this, where it's like, yeah, not only did fans love a game so much that they said, hey, we are going to rebuild this from scratch, but using the technology, newer technology made by the same company that made the original game, and approved and sponsored and sold by that original company, even though none of them are working on it. It's a very odd combination of things that you don't get a lot of, and now that the game is finished, I really do want to finish it for myself. Nurse, how are you doing? How's work been? It was a good time, lots of death. There's no death in skateboarding games. Then again, I guess when the game is called Skate or Die, you do take a few concessions, don't you? Other than that, how have you been? I hope that you're sleeping better. I was joking about you having your door closed and not sleeping. Now you make me actually worry for you. So, we are unable to use NZXT cam with this game. I do not know why that is. However, for the sake of being able to see FPS, we can at least keep Steam's FPS counter up there, and it should be fine, but I want to keep an eye on my actual metrics and stuff. Therefore, I have to trust you guys to look at the quality of the stream, because that is something that I won't be able to see because I am running out of screen real estate with all the things that I am trying to look at. So if things start to look bad, or if they start to sound really, really wonky, you guys let me know, and I'll make adjustments at that point. Phobos, I was really hoping you'd show up, my dude. And I'm so glad that you're here, Phobos. Oh, thanks for the resub, Frost. How are you doing? Good to see you. Also, Tent, what are you playing lately? Phobos, I pulled out this beer, and I said I was not going to drink this beer until you got here, and now it's beer time. However, in order to get the cool cracking a cold one open with the boys ASMR that we all yearn for, I have to turn my mic to a different version. Alright, so we turn the RTX filter off, and now we should be able to get this perfect sound. You guys ready? And that should be way better than we did with the bottle the other day. I mean, if you're interested in other ASMR projects, I finally got my nice ratcheting screwdriver in, my first one ever in my life, and I wish I had it for so many projects earlier, and it is so clean. ASMR, shooter cues, fixing your computer. Alright, I'm sorry, let's get back to I just felt like doing that. Phobos, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Alright, back to RTX so we don't have to listen to other things. Alright, no more of that. Back to games. So yeah, anybody have any favorite Half-Life experiences they want to share? Like the time that you tried to play Black Mesa back in 2016 after you paid like 20 bucks for it, and then it only went for about half of the game, and then you were like, where's the rest of it? I paid way too much money for this. I'm pretty sure I got it on sale for like 10 bucks or something. Beer on a Monday? Wow, okay. You know us. We don't have like a weekly schedule. We just have a schedule of time to get work done and time to do everything else. And Knuckles, indeed. Ross, what's been up with you? How's everything? Bad breakup, but we vibing. I think this is the second breakup you've gone through since I've known you, so I just want to remind you that you've gone through two different women, but you've only had one shooter Q so far. So just remember who your true loved ones are. You know what I mean? Hey Yana. Everyone say thank you to Yana. She drew a new emote, which as soon as we get the formatting right, I'll be submitting it for either Twitch or FFZ use. I don't know how many slots we have left for either one. So yeah, if you looked here, you'll actually see I have a save file here. But if we try to actually play it and we hit resume, the game is like load error, outdated save is incompatible with the current version of the game. Please restart from the chapter please restart the chapter from the new game menu. So if I hit message box okay, nothing happens. If I hit back to game, nothing happens. And I can keep clicking it and stuff, and then like nothing happens, and the screen starts like fizzing out on me because it doesn't know what to do. And so the only thing I can do is quit, don't save, and like actually have to relaunch the game. I don't know if that's the way they wanted it, because you hit some kind of fatal error trying to load old game files, or if it's just an oversight. I really have no idea. But we have to relaunch the game at that point. I just wanted to share that in case anyone like me played Black Mesa back in the day before it was finished, is trying to finish it now, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna jump in where I left off. No, you're not. You're gonna start from the beginning, which it's Half-Life anyway, so shouldn't be a bad deal. Everyone loves Half-Life. Who here doesn't love Half-Life? We live in dark times, no problem with a beer, nor a bear. Beer and bears, all good stuff. Hey Lena, how are you doing? Also, we have a new schedule up. Today is the first day of the new schedule. I was late to the first day of the new schedule, but it was the first day, so it's okay. Alright, so we're gonna start the game from the very beginning. Show of hands, who has never experienced Half-Life in any form? Especially the first game, at all. Should be none of you, I would imagine. We real gamers out here. No save scum, we die like men. You have a Sapporo too? Really? Do you have Sapporo Reserve? The all malt version? I also have a Sapporo Black in the fridge, trying it for the first time. I have to say, I like this Reserve one pretty good. You can't get this one in a lot of places. I have to go to Asian markets to do it. Tent, send me your address. I'll send you some Reserve and some Black in a little plastic bag for you to try out. You just made lumpia, nommed it so full. Do the kids like it? So I turned up the graphics all the way to like super max. If we start seeing problems, we'll turn the graphics down. I don't think that's going to be an issue for us. No, it is going to be an issue for us. I can see it happening right now. So here's what we'll do. We'll take away the recording, because we actually don't need that. I just thought it would be something I would do. So we don't need to do recording. I can recover the stuff from online later, since there's no royalty stuff involved. You guys start seeing tearing and messing up, we'll take the graphics down a notch. I just have them maxed out because I figure, why start low and build up if we can start high and then come down as we need to, and then we can have us a nice little Black Mesa experience. The only major Half-Life experience was when I got hit by the dead game bug where you're supposed to get a cutscene. They throw in a garbage disposal. I thought I was doing something wrong until I found out this was a bug. I had the same experience, Mercenary Cobra. However, I had that experience because I was playing Half-Life on a 1995 like gateway laptop, one that was like thick as a textbook, and it was definitely not meant for any sort of gaming, even Half-Life 1999 standards of gaming. So it didn't go so well. But that was my fault. And I was 12 and I just wanted to play Half-Life because I kept seeing it on G4 Tech TV. All the cool kids must be doing it, so surely. And that's alright, Nurse. Not everybody knows about Half-Life, and I have to say, Black Mesa is probably the best way to experience Half-Life for the first time. Then you go back and play the old school one, if you're a modern, younger gamer. And look, we can see Barney out there, stuck outside the security door. You guys keep an eye on the visuals, we'll listen to the audio together. Again, any tearing, any problems, you guys let me know, I'll fix them right away. Also, in the original game, this whole intro sequence, I want to say in the original game, it's like 4 or 5 minutes long. On the computer I tried to play this on as a kid, took about 20 minutes to get through this because it was just chugging the whole time. I thoroughly enjoy Freeman's Mind, Sonny. In fact, watching Freeman's Mind was part of what got me interested in streaming on Twitch in the first place. Just having that shared experience with people and having all these funny things happen. So for those of you who are Half-Life fans, but you've never experienced Black Mesa, the game adds in a lot of the physics from Half-Life 2, since, you know, we're on Source and all that. Oh, hello. Was that a loading, or did we, like, freeze? I can't tell. Was the stream okay? Was everybody okay? Also, our DPI, like a high DPI, is actually pretty appropriate for this mouse smoothing, so unless you guys start getting sick, I'm gonna keep my DPI right where it is. You tried regular Sapporo, wasn't a big fan on the sour aftertaste. Tastes like rust. I have never experienced the aftertaste you talk about. So they add in a bunch of like fanfic stuff from Half-Life 2 as well as the physics system. It's pretty cool, but I personally find that a lot of the puzzles are repeated, and I don't really care for the puzzles that are in this game compared to the first game, but it's still a great way to enjoy it. It's still Half-Life. I still like it. Will be the bodies ripped apart. Cobra, what are you playing lately? You only don't love it because you're not familiar with it. This is true. So the one thing I will say is that trying to play this with old school controls, like crouching via control and not C, that's bugging me a little bit, but that's just like, whatever. Your streaming setup is ready? I'm looking forward to you trying your best, Phobos. I really am. I hope that you enjoy it. It might be because the Sapporo I drank came out of a Canadian brewery and yours didn't. Indeed, the Sapporo that you get here comes from Vietnam, so it's pretty good. We should not be getting any CPU overload, which we're not right now, and that's why I want to try recording again. I want to see if it blows us out of the water. CPU should be like doing just fine though. It might have been just during that initial load, like the boot.
Please keep your limbs inside the train at all times.
Tint's gonna do it too? Good stuff, Tint. I hope you enjoy your time doing it. Oh, no. No, recording not gonna happen. No recording. We stream like men. So Half-Life 2, Black Mesa adds in a lot more of these environmental things of you seeing the story and the day-to-day on your way to work like this. Whereas in the original game, most of that stuff was a little bit of foreshadowing for where you would go. And it didn't really have anything to do with the characters, because there wasn't really characterization in the first game. It wasn't until Half-Life 2 that they actually retconned a lot of these dudes as actual characters. And with that, the fan stuff retconned those characters back into Half-Life 1. Or, yeah, Half-Life 1 through Black Mesa, so it's pretty good. That is a wide spread, Cobra. I'm glad that you have such a varied palette. Most of my friends are also very diverse in their gaming. They play the old Call of Duty and the new Call of Duty and Fortnite. And the other Call of Duty that's not quite old but isn't the new one. Very high-class gamers. They really know how to get around. Are you making more Valve jokes, Sonny? Are you actually enjoying a kick? Or are you making Mind of Freeman jokes? Freeman's Mind? Mind of Freeman? Education, PhD, MIT, theoretical physics. Okay, I don't know if this is because of the graphic settings or maybe it's us, but I did notice this earlier, but I guess I didn't notice it completely. Some of the text that comes up in the middle to tell you like subtitles of levels you're coming up, and in the beginning it shows you like Gordon Freeman's name, and it shows like your little intro. It's cutting off about where I have my mouse right now. So it said like theoretical phys, and then it didn't actually say theoretical physics. So that's interesting. I'm also getting a little bit of like screen tear and pop, even though we're completely on adaptive mode right now. I believe we are. And again, that might just have something to do with it being a fan-ish game and me having the frames unlocked. It looks like for the recording sake, you guys should be fine, so yeah, it'll be alright.
on your fitness.
Physician, research associates. Assignment, anomalous materials, labor, not laboratory. Yeah, why is it cutting off there? I have to say that has to be part of the Black Mesa jank. I can't imagine that has something to do with us. Clearance level 3. This was part of the original recording where they're like, yeah, do you have people you can also get hired in Black Mesa? Because I always thought that was funny. And like it put me into the world in the original game. It also changes to a different, like a different but a similar message in Blue Shift, which is again my favorite expansion of the original game. And this scene is almost shot for shot the same, where you come out here and you see the aliens. And is it Alien 1 or Alien 2 where she had the mech? I think it's 1 at the end. But yeah, the alien-inspired mech that comes through the door. However, I thought that the reason we had to wait here was because we had to wait for it to go in its door before our cart could go on. But I may be misremembering that. And that, again, is foreshadowing for a certain game event, too. However, I don't remember if that game event is in Black Mesa or only in the original game. This intro is worse than Skyrim on the cart. What are you talking about? This... What are you saying? This was like the most amazing intro in the history of games. Like, this was the first time there was ever an actual intro to a game that wasn't just like, yo, here's your gun, go do some shit. It was like, oh, what is this? You work here? Like, everything had to be told. And this was part of the... This was part of the, like, aspect of storytelling, which was like, okay, you don't just read a booklet and you know what's going on in the game. You listen, you pay attention, you look around, you get interest in the world. You see, like, oh, what does this dude do here? Like, why am I here? How is this all gonna go down? It was made for a generation of connoisseurs that appreciated things. Didn't just want to, like, rush through. And then you see this huge-ass accident going down here. This wasn't as bad in the original game. Those guys look like they're gonna die. Full Half-Life 2, the original and expansions. What? The demo I had of Half-Life 2 would not work very well at PC at the time. Ah, I see. Half-Life 2, while I love it, I never felt like it hit me as hard as the original Half-Life. Personal feelings. Blue Shift, the original, Opposing Force, I feel like nothing is like them has been made ever since. And that's not a bad thing. Everything should have their own flavor. I thought from what I read on the blogs, these load times were supposed to have been decreased to try and match the original game, but it doesn't seem like that that's working out too well.
You know, Barney's been pretty scarce around these parts.
Do I have a walk key? So Barney is the guard that you play in Blue Shift, and he is late for work because he got stuck outside that other door, and that's what this guy's mentioning. Playing this game compared to the original, a lot of the dialogue switched around. There's different dialogue that didn't exist before. There's little things that try to connect it to Half-Life 2. It's good stuff.
Some pep in that step, Freeman. You're late
Yeah.
enough as it is.
Dude, I don't work for you. You're security. You don't tell me what to do. You chill out, alright? Scientists coming through. Forgot about that. I thought it was you cut the goatee. I guess it was the ponytail. And then unlike the first game, these aren't all like two different models of people. There's actually multiple different people.
I had a bunch of messages for you, but we had a system crash about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, and I'm still trying to find my files. Just
This here doubles as security and like secretary.
Some problems down in the test chamber too, but I think that's all straightened out. They told me to make sure you headed down there as soon as you got into your hazard.
I think that bug has stopped bothering me. That thing was tearing me out. There's also women in the game, which didn't exist at all.
Weren't you supposed to be in the test chamber half an hour ago?
Can you guys hear the dialogue? Alright, should I turn it up some more? It's a little, it's like okay for me, but I don't know if it's alright for you guys. And then all the little secrets that you remember from the first game are here.
Get away from there, Freeman. I'm expecting an important message. Gordon, don't touch that. Go use another computer.
He pushes you out of the way.
If this is anything less than a full-scale code red calamity, I'm not interested.
Yeah, she sounded muffled. I don't know what was up with her. Everything else sounds alright. I increased the volume just a little bit. You guys let me know if things get weird, and I'll fix them later on. So, unlike the first game, you can pick things up because this is coming off Source. And of course, everything that you expect in Half-Life 2 is back in this game. Sans gravity gun.
Security officer says it.
Oh, I thought they were calling security on me. And if we're really lucky, then just like the first game, there should be a security button right here.
Hey,
It's happening!
cut it out.
It's happening.
My horoscope was correct.
It's crazy that a scientist believes in a horoscope. Most of this is new audio, AJ. In fact, I'd say like 99% of it is new audio. But the lines, some of them are original.
Copy. Damn, Gordon.
That's from what I remember. We might learn something different as we push forward through here. This vent right here, if you guys recall, we're going back there later. Hello, AJ. How are you doing? Welcome.
Good morning, Dr. Freeman.
See, that voice, that's sounds original, but it sounds remastered. That doesn't sound newly recorded. But it also doesn't sound like it's coming straight from the old game, because the quality's much better. Also, if I recall correctly, back in the day, I threw a trash can at this guy's feet, and he ran into it, and then he teleported up here to get past the trash can. That was in 2016, though, so I might be misremembering. Can y'all believe we've been on Twitch for that long? I feel like this has been my entire life. What's going on, bud?
Can't you
Wow.
see I'm busy?
Are you busy with liver spots on the top of your head? Rude. I just wanted to talk.
Oh, would you look at that? Freeman actually did show up for work this morning. Looks like somebody here owes me lunch.
Good morning, Freeman.
What the fuck?
Shut up.
What is with that laugh? You guys are weird.
Yep. There's a pepperoni pizza in my near future.
Dude, we should split that pizza.
Gotta get me one of them jumbo-size Rudda grape sodas.
This dude is like, yo, it's in the morning. We just got to work. You over here thinking about lunch?
Man, I'm working up a mean hunger just thinking about it.
Excuse us for believing in social distance. What a rudder. Thanks for resubbing, Nurse Hatchet. I'm still deciding if I'm gonna forgive you for insulting the greatest game intro of all time.
Oh, sorry, Doc. I have to stay at my post.
Dude, we'll come back and get that pizza though later, assuming something catastrophic doesn't happen in the lab though, right? Right.
Gordon, I'm in the middle of something here.
See, this guy's voice sounds like one of the ones in the original game.
We can talk at lunch, Gordon.
But I don't know if it's just like a really good sound-alike. Or if they went and got one of the original guys.
Big day today, eh, Freeman?
Is this supposed to be Mossman?
Just hold on for a moment.
Oh yeah, I did say I would eat the bread off of a dead man.
The bread off of a dead man.
And now we're gonna get a reminder like 5 times in a row. Thanks for all the gift subs, Nurse. I think I will forgive you, but I'll still remember it. Hey Coltrane, how are you doing?
Good morning, Gordon.
Good morning, work dude.
Bread off of a dead man.
Why did we change that one? That's the one that needs to go back to Huey Lewis in the news. Alright, I've decided. We're gonna change that one back to Huey Lewis in the news. It's way better. Oh yeah, there's the techno in the original.
I'm just better than you.
There's no techno in the original. That was the Mind of Freeman thing. Thanks for the sub gifts, Nurse Hatchet. I'm sure some people will enjoy the new emotes when they come out. Or the new one that Hyona's working on, rather. You bet against me on lunch. You get to eat this chair.
For heaven's sake.
Yeah, heaven raining down on you. Tomorrow might be hell. Yeah, we took Huey Lewis and the News out because of the DMCA problems.
Most of the
However,
time, usually.
it seems like some of that has been relaxed, and I honestly think like maybe we can get away with it. I'm not really sure. What are you talking about? In Freeman's mind, he comes into this room, and it's like blaring music, and he's like yelling, and he's like, ah, what? He's like trying to talk to him, and then he leaves, and the music just stops, and that's it. No music. That's like literally the joke. Unless you're saying there's no music in his mind.
They need you in the test chamber. Gordon, I'm in the middle of something here.
Seriously, is this Mossman? Or like, is that
I'm
later?
busy now.
Or is Mossman even in this? I don't know. Oh, look how detailed this is. I bet this is one of the first models they worked on when they started this fan project.
Gordon, I'm busy.
Alright, alright. I'll leave you guys alone to your music and you, Mr. Down in the Dumps. With this broke-ass floor that's all wet. Hey! Who's that? Incoherent memory? Imperceptible garbling? Good subtitles. Nurse, are you being serious? Or are you making an American Psycho reference? Alright, so I can't get in there to see what they're talking about. But I do think it's kind of cool that you can see their screensavers in there. Oh, hello. He took a direct look at me. What's up? Yeah, who you talking to in there, bro? Oh, did you just come by to, like, make sure the door was locked? Oh, right. They dropped the blinds on you. When he realizes he can see you talking to the G-Man. I forgot about that. And we come into this office where nothing bad will happen in the future. Is this
You
Mossman?
forgot to carry the 2. Or was it the 3?
I don't remember what Mossman looks like, honestly.
Still studying paleomathematics, eh?
Okay, seriously, who are you
Just
people?
waiting for that eureka moment.
Any
So we
moment
still
now.
have some repeated characters, but not as
We can
many
talk
as
at
in the
lunch,
first
Gordon.
game. When there were
We
like
can talk later, Gordon.
1 or 2.
Excuse me, Gordon, but I'm rather busy now.
Big boy keyboard. Yeah, phone for you.
Do you try to break everything you touch, Gordon?
Almost everything. I make exceptions for my penis. Yo, how you gonna type when you have no computer? This guy's not really working, he's just typing on a monitor. My bad, maybe it's an
I don't know
iMac.
about that, Dr. Truman. Seems to me
Truman.
that he's just spouting buzzwords in his research
Truman.
papers that he picked up from perusing popular scientific periodicals.
I don't remember who Truman is. I do know that somehow Black Mesa is so advanced that we have figured out how to connect our
Other
monitors
improper use of
to our
force.
PCs with no cables. Therefore, I'm taking this computer to work because this is my portable unit. Sector B, Coolant Reserve. What's going on, y'all? Delivery?
The wrong airlock, Mr. Freeman. You know I can't let you through here.
Nah, you can. You just won't. The one thing I remember I don't like about this is that these have this angle where you look down and stuff, and that's cool and well. But in a game where you don't actually move your body and animate it, and you just look straight forward, the ones in the original game that just have it looking straight forward made a lot of sense. And you could actually, like, you could see yourself doing it from the perspective that you would look in the game. Whereas this one, you can't really see yourself looking down on it unless you go like this, and then you're not really there. So, if you're like a role-playing immersion type of dude, or type of game player, I almost feel like the first game's model was way better. I do not know anything about the webcomic concerned, AJ. Also, nurse, how's your husband? I hope he's getting rest as well during these trying times. I know that things have been really rough for you guys' work.
Single-handedly responsible for inspiring my career in science.
How much recognition do you think you're going to get for reproduction, though?
You should focus on inventing something new and unique.
He does have a point.
Oh, but this is more than a replication, I assure you. For one, it shows how far our field has come since the original study was published, and to say nothing of the modern perspective necessary to monitor its influence. I mean, combined with today's technology, I've recreated... Bah, I can't stand to hear another word of this malarkey.
Me neither. Let's get out of here, scientist bro. I think this is where we go to do fun stuff.
Gordon, you know we both have more important things to be doing.
You look a unique guy. Go through here.
Hold it right there, Mr. Freeman. I got explicit orders not to let you through without your hazard suit on.
Order schmorders. Damn, got me again.
Put it
I'll be
this way.
back.
The sooner you get this over with, the sooner we can grab a cold one.
Say, this dude knows what's up. Everyone's friends with Gordon. Everyone loves Gordon.
I got all day, buddy.
Dude, you and me, tussle, right here. First one to get this trash can on the other one's head
You got
wins.
me. I surrender.
See, he gave up. I win. Let's
Sorry,
go.
Mr. Freeman, I'm on duty right now.
You know what? I thought you were a bro.
You do know I have a gun.
You suck. Yeah, you pull it. Do it.
Did you stop taking your meds or something?
Wait, what's the hotkey for auto save, for hot save, quick save? Do it, dude.
Man, cease and desist or some shit. Ah, what was that for?
I honestly just want to see how far you can push him. Or if he just has a bunch of lines to
Real
rotate
short.
through. This is what, like 7 iterations so far?
Come on, Gordon, I'm trying to work here. Yeah, I'm happy to see you too. Man, my bad habits must be rubbing off on you.
So you get a good dozen out of it so far.
Yeah, thanks for the input.
These lines are, I like the variation of them.
That felt deliberate.
How many lines do you have? You know what? I don't want to wear them all out. I'll be back. And then one day I'm gonna get a gun, and then who's gonna be the big man? Also, I just realized all of that was caught on camera. This is probably not good for my promotion review hearing. But hey, live and learn. Also, can't go in there. That lab is way too important for me, apparently. Also, this was a big thing when the original game came out, was the whole thing about all different surfaces sounding differently. You walk on them differently. It gave the world like a good bit of feeling and depth that wasn't in a lot of games at the time. I'm Freeman, bro. Who are you?
This is going to have to wait, Gordon.
Are you practicing talking to Dr. Cross?
Just a minute, Gordon.
Because Dr. Cross is Gina Cross. She's in the PS2 version of Half-Life. I think it's called Half-Life Degeneration? Disintegration? Something like that. Degradation, maybe? Anyways, it was exclusive to PS2. You can find it on PC now as a port, but that took a lot of fans working to get it together. So Half-Life 2 on the PS2 had co-op. And the co-op featured Gina Cross and someone else that you played as 2 female co-op characters. But I cannot remember the name of the other woman.
Please excuse me, Gordon. You'll just have to wait until after the test.
Unless there's some giant disaster and you have to become some sort of hero, HR is gonna have a field day with you.
Maybe later, Gordon.
May they never catch up to me. Maxwell's demon. Don't worry, bro.
There
I'll
was
turn
someone
up the heat.
downstairs asking about you. Or was it upstairs?
I can't be bothered right now.
Make haste, man. They're waiting for you down in the test chamber.
Everyone knows my business. Everyone's too busy to hang out. This is the most boring science workplace ever. You all suck. And there's not even smoking allowed in here.
Morning, champ.
Yo, sup, bro?
Hello?
I'm gonna drink this soda. You want some soda? Are you Mossman?
Keep your busy little hands to yourself, Freeman.
I'll show you how busy these hands can get. I'm just over here to throw away
I
the
trust this morning
trash
find you well.
that you guys are too irresponsible to throw away yourselves, alright? And then I'm gonna take the trash can and
I
throw
don't
it
think my
away
pacemaker can
as
handle
well.
any more of this.
Also, you have a pacemaker? You look young as hell. This job is tearing you apart, woman.
Hope you're in top form this morning, Gordon. Can this wait till I'm off break? They're serving Salisbury surprise in the cafeteria.
Salisbury
Again.
surprise. That's so gross. That sounds gross. I think that was a box of donuts, somebody's coffee. I don't care. I can't take her coffee, but that's alright. She's cool. She can keep her coffee.
Another day, another dollar.
Another dollar indeed. This guy gets it. This guy knows. He knows what's up. And you don't even want to talk to me anymore. I'm sorry. Sure, let's get some naked fries. Oh no, we can't use the vending machine. 30 years of innovation for this? No vending machine use? I have to say though, the names of the snacks, pretty funny. I like it. Alright. I can get soda though, right? Hell yeah. And what goes best with soda but microwave chicken?
Can you access the mail server?
Uh-oh.
What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell just happened? Check that out, bro.
You think you can fix the vending machine too, college boy?
Absolutely.
I never hear the end of this.
Yeah, you best make like an atom and split. Cause that was you know.
Wait, is this all that happens? This isn't that cool. So in the original game, you heat this up and it like explodes in the microwave. That was just a little short circuit, and I feel a little gypped. That was supposed to be way more grand than it was. Anyways, moving on. To the security doors? Maybe not. I thought we could get to the cameras that way.
Why do we all have to wear
Maybe that's
these
something else you have to do
ridiculous
later
ties?
on. That is an original line from the original game, but it is not the original guy saying it.
Pleated khakis. Preposterous.
That line, I don't know.
And these ludicrous penny loafers.
But I do remember I hate cleated khakis myself, honestly.
Nobody here has an eye for fashion. Does this lab coat make me look fat? Just hold on for one moment. They need you in the test chamber.
Yeah. Alright, so if I recall correctly, you can't really get into anybody else's locker but your own. Now, whether these locker names were changed to match some of the names we actually recognize from the first game, I don't really know. Or, I'm sorry, from Half-Life 2, I don't know. Versus the ones in the original game. But the location of Freeman's locker is in the exact same place as it was in the first game. As well as this little charge battery here that you can get for your suit if you really, really need it. But we don't really at the time, and we can see Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Our boy is indeed an MIT grad. And he has a picture of a baby up on the shelf there. Though we still haven't really found out whose baby that is. It's kind of speculative.
Drat. No toilet paper.
No toilet paper? I got what you need. That was not what he needed, and now I can't get to it, unfortunately. I'll help him out, though. He can have some of this wet, soggy toilet paper.
Could somebody get me some toilet paper?
Yeah, one sec, dude. I'm just getting it ready for you. What's up, Rika? How are you doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get that nice and seasoned.
Minor emergency.
Are you one of the people that thinks it's Freeman's own kid?
Don't panic, Harold. Don't panic.
There you go.
Thank heavens.
Now, this isn't our first time playing it. Otherwise, you actually get an achievement for that. I have no idea why they felt like including that in the game, but oh well. Oh, you mean it's just it's a Freeman's, not Gordon's kid, but it's a Freeman kid? I mean, there's that. Hey, Subi, how are you doing? It's good to see you. How was more of Mega Man 5? Also, I mean, yeah, I think some people, there's some big like fan fiction where that's like his niece or his nephew or something, but we don't really, the Valve doesn't really care to tell us what's up with it, is what I was saying, and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So you notice that there are 2 suits gone, and again, one of them is Gina Cross's, and I don't remember who the other ones are, as maybe one of you Half-Life fans remembers who else had one. And then our suit is here, and there's like nitrogen, refrigerated liquid, and there's a cool pod and everything, and you were just like, yo, it's so dope, I'm gonna hit this button. And then you're like, I'm gonna put that suit on, it's gonna be crazy cool, because I played the tutorial. Oh yeah, and you can see her hands, and she starts talking to you, and they start playing the music. Sweet, finished as always. You finished in one shot, it's good stuff. And just like the original game, the music they play for this section goes on for way too long and is way too loud. But you do get to see more of what's going on with like weapons registry database, anti-venom administration. All the stuff that would have been in the suit in the second game is included in the first game when it shows the onboard message system, which I thought was cool.
I remember my days in the hazardous environment suit.
You used to wear the HEV? That's cool. CB, do you have any history of Half-Life? Or any love for the game? Whether it be this version or the originals? I threw that energy down there thinking I could get it back, and I can't open the bathroom doors, so I can't get back to it, and that makes me upset, but that's okay. Also, we can sprint around, and it makes the sound effect like it's Half-Life 2.
How is the debugging procedure coming along?
I hope things return to normal after this experiment.
Magnuson.
Count on it. If anything,
Magnuson is the dude who has his food in the microwave. Thanks for the anonymous cheer. An anonymous cheer. You maintain your anonymity and your cheerfulness. I'm sure you bring a lot of joy to people's faces. Thanks for coming by. Alright, I got my suit.
Right on through,
Let me in. Yeah, you don't want to fight me now that I got my suit on, do you? Where's your fancy gun you were talking? Oh, let me get that out of your way. Little weak man. Can't even lift a garbage can. Kick it out of your way.
Today.
Yeah, you gonna be in a barrel of the gun you threatened me with earlier, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, can't shoot me when I have my super suit on. Now we're talking. You know what? One more for the road.
Jeez, Doc, I didn't think you'd crack this soon.
Freeman. Remember the name. It's Freeman. Alright, we out. That being said, it is really cool to play this in widescreen. I'm really enjoying it.
Hello,
What's up?
Dr. Freeman.
I can't remember for the life of me if this little system of the photos changing, like with the little triangular thing. For the life of me, I can't remember if that was actually in the original game, or if that was just something that was only in Black Mesa. And if they just had static photos in the original game. I really don't know. I have to imagine that they did not have this changing photo system. But something about hearing the noise when those things roll around, it like hits a memory in my head, but I don't know what that's from. Rico, which is your favorite game in the series? Oh yeah, there is the theory that says that it could be Freeman himself and he just has a baby picture of him. So we could take the elevator down, or we could... No, we can't take this ladder. But we know that there's a ladder there. Maybe we'll need it in the future. Who knows? Black Mesa only. Half-Life 1. Black Mesa only? What do you mean? Change your point of view on... Oh, you mean Black Mesa only for the pictures. Half-Life 1. Indeed. I mean, I love to, and we recently played, you know, those episodes, and it was great to play those episodes, but nothing really hits me the same way as the first Half-Life did when it came to like, oh wow, games are so different. And you know what? If it hadn't been for Half-Life, then by the time I finally got to play Halo, I don't think I would have enjoyed Halo as much as I did. Because I got to see like legacy of what people were increasing on and enhancing as they went. And then that fateful year came out. We got Half-Life 2 and Halo 2 all at the same time. Nothing was ever the same. It was great. Oh, you're just gonna ignore me? If I keep hitting the button though, he has to stare at me while flexing his great typing skills. He's only hitting like WASD and the control key, so I know this dude is FPS and he's not emailing. What do you mean Half-Life 2 is just Gmod for you? Like the only one you played? Because I was gonna say, Gmod came from Source Engine and Half-Life 2.
This is going to have to wait, Gordon.
Yeah, you're doing things that are obviously important over there. Oh, what's this? Tools and stuff? Lasers going down pipes. Nothing important here.
Remaining photonic energy to ensure resonance control.
Yes, I concur.
Double-check the Brewster's plates angles and make sure the superluminescent diodes are... Fascinating.
What's up, Doc?
Would you just
What's up?
look at that?
It's been a mess down here this morning.
Can't make head nor
Have
tail.
fun.
Yeah, I will. I felt like I was playing Gmod. I watched too much of it, so I feel like I didn't play something new like it meant to be. Oh, you mean you messed around with Gmod before you ever played Half-Life 2 and you kind of hurt your experience, then, huh? I feel for you. I feel for people that go through that experience. Cause honestly, I was just talking about this with Tim. He was watching some video that he said was funny, and I was like, I don't want to watch that. It looks like a Gmod video. And he was like, yeah. I was like, I try to avoid Gmod content because it just reminds me of a certain type of people. He's like, what kind of people is that? I'm like, I think it's its own demographic. People that primarily enjoy Gmod content and nothing else. Like, that's all they play, that's all they watch. I was like, I don't know, man. Hey, what the? He just pushed me out of the way.
Can't you see I'm busy?
I'd see you're busy macking on broad I was gonna mac on. Apparently the males and females have the same lines, just different actors. Anyways, we're moving on. To the control room with its skinny little door.
Ah, Gordon.
Wait a minute.
Nice of you to finally join us, Doctor.
I thought there was somewhere else to go first. I'm a little confused.
Boosted the anti-mass spectrometer to 105%.
Did they take out some stuff? I swore you ran into somebody on the way here, and maybe I'm just missing it.
That we get a conclusive analysis of today's sample. I gather he went to some lengths to get it. They're waiting for you, Gordon, in the test chamber.
Yeah, this dude's a
Right.
buzzkill.
Come on then, I'll walk you down.
Is this Breen? He has hair and a head like Breen, I think.
Eli has been busy making.
Okay, we do run into these guys. I was about to say, I was like, I thought you ran into Eli before you, like, keep moving on.
I
And you do.
This morning finds you well.
You get to see young Eli Vance.
I'm glad you're here. These last minute changes, they're a bit strange to just...
Oh!
It's about to be
Shit!
critical.
Why is this stuff going critical there? She's like hitting it with his hand. Damn, damn, damn. That is a great question. Also, you know what I just realized? I don't think... No, this is an RTX. Wow, there is no attenuation for this at all. I'm turning this down so I'm not like destroying the microphone.
Never meant to do this in the first place.
Do you feel like that's a good or a bad thing, Sonny?
Ourselves, Eli. Run along, Gordon. We'll be but a moment.
I don't have any opinion of it myself, Sonny, but Half-Life being the type of series it is where you have like really, really big fans to the point that sometimes the fan base can be quote unquote rabid. And there are some people that look at that, they're like, ugh, it ruined Half-Life when they try to put all this stuff in it. Like, yeah, it's just a fan game, sure. But to some people, it's really important. Did not realize. So I got into those conversations with them.
I don't know about this, Izzy.
By Becquerel's ghost. The radiation level is off the
Becquerel's
charts.
ghost? It's Becquerel. The science stuff is getting way too much. Also, Mac Blaza fire extinguisher. Excuse me.
You know, this is far from the glory
Oh, Mac Blaza. I get it.
I've got 2 PhDs and an Ørsted medal, yet I find myself doing work best suited for an intern.
Please, you do very meaningful work here.
She's trying to big him up.
Push that button. Walk over here. Push this one. Stand and stare at the screen.
This guy
Walk over
gets
there,
it
push
too.
that button.
He understands the life of an
Come now,
NPC.
you're overreacting.
That being said, there
I
are
don't
plenty
know
of
how much
people
longer
with
I can
engineering
abide
degrees,
these perfunctory tasks.
computer science
I need
degrees,
more time for myself.
all kinds of degrees, and all they're doing is doing what this guy is doing. Hitting buttons.
That tears it.
Making
I'm
sure
going to check with
machines
the
are doing
office
what the
upstairs
machines are
and see
supposed
how
to be
many
doing.
vacation days I've
I mean, there's a
accrued
lot
over
of
the past
pilots that
25 years.
the
It's high
plane
time I
flies the
took a
plane.
break
The
from all
pilot's
this.
just there to make sure the plane's doing its job.
But before you do,
Is what it is.
activate the electron multiplier.
Yep, Half-Life Alyx on VR game is awesome. I can't wait to play it for myself. In fact, I was researching which VR system to get because I saw that there were some that actually hold to your hand, so you can freehand stuff and then use some switches, and then there are other ones that you kind of have to hold the whole time. I also read that there were features in Half-Life
Can you
Alyx
access the mail server?
that they really wanted to implement, but
After all
that
this, I don't know what to think.
they were unable to, or that they would have been able to, but they wanted to make the game as accessible to all types of VR platforms as possible. So they actually dropped some of the gripping features that they would have been able to do had they used just the control system that they wanted. That was my understanding. I may be
We
wrong
can
though.
talk at lunch, Gordon.
Dude, you're just miming work. I know you're faking it. Look at you.
They need
Look
you
at
in
you.
the test chamber.
Still waiting for mine. Supposed to get the payment form for the index, but they're so slow and in the dark. Payment
Oh,
form?
there you are.
I don't know what you mean.
Everybody's been looking for you, hombre.
Oh, you mean like you buy the thing and then they give you Half-Life Alyx for free, right? That's how that's supposed to go? Also, I just realized the camera was like
No
kinda
time for cold
far-ish.
feet, Chief. Step
Can you
right
guys
up.
see okay? I just realized it's so far from the chat, I have to look in 2 different places. You have a good day, dude.
Come all this way.
I'm sure things won't go terribly wrong while we're here. Here, I'm gonna take this one for my personal enjoyment.
Use
I know
your
you got the
words,
good
Chief.
stuff on this tape. Alright, later. Oh no!
Here
Oh,
it
there we
is.
go. Oh no, he won't let me take the
We
VHS.
will be deviating a bit from standard analysis procedure today, Gordon.
Yes, but with
Deviating
good
from the
reason. This is a
standard
rare
analysis. Oh,
opportunity
no.
for us. This is the purest sample we've seen yet.
And
Oh,
potentially
wow.
the most
So you're telling me getting the best VR thing that I wanted, I have to wait in line to get it? I didn't realize that. I'll just wait until they're I'll wait until they're more widely available. And by that point there might be even some improvements on it.
unstable.
Now, as long as we follow standard insertion procedures, everything will be fine.
I don't know how you can say that. Although I will admit that the possibility of a resonance cascade scenario is extremely
Shooter
unlikely.
Q, indeed.
I just don't feel
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this.
When you're waiting in line to shoot at the
Highly trained
range.
professional. We've assured the administrator that
Highly
nothing
trained
will go
professional.
wrong.
MIT
Yes.
graduates.
you're right.
Ivy
Gordon,
League.
I have
Honestly,
complete confidence in you.
I have to admit, growing up and being told to do all this like Ivy League stuff and then ignoring it completely until graduate school, I have to admit, I had a very, very heightened view of Ivy League graduates, mainly due to Gordon Freeman. And then I grew up and I experienced it, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of dumb people here.
Well, go ahead. Let's let him in now.
Just like any other club. Yeah, let me in the door. Gotta use one of my PhDs. Push some stuff around. Let's go. Let's go. Time to jump around. Own this place. Ah, that hurt. Alright, what's going on today?
Testing. Everything seems to be in order.
Well, the longer you wait, the sweeter it's gonna be when it finally comes, Rika.
All right, Gordon. Your suit should keep you comfortable through all this. The specimen will be delivered to you in a few moments. Now, if you would be so good as to climb up and start the rotors, that way we can bring the anti-mass spectrometer.
Oh, cool.
to
I got a
80%
camera to see into their
and hold it
area.
there until the
I didn't realize
carrier
that.
arrives.
I can do that. And they flipped open the glass for me so that I can actually see which button I'm supposed to press. Whoa! You made your choice, Rika. Honestly, go to school now, get educated, get a good job, you'll have time for gaming all the time later.
We'll take it
You
from
do it the
here.
other way around,
Power to stage 1 emitters in 3.
you're gonna find yourself working for the rest of your life.
I'm seeing predictable phase arrays. Stage 2 emitters activating now.
Gordon, we cannot predict how long the system can operate at this level, nor how long the reading will take.
Yeah, what was I supposed to do?
As quickly as you can.
Overhead capacitors to 105%. It's probably not a problem. Probably. But I'm showing a small discrepancy in
I have to say, they made this look pretty good.
well within
You have to buy it, Rika, or you are choosing to buy that camera because you need the camera for school? Surely there's always less expensive alternatives. Or the used market, or the borrow program.
acceptable balance again. Sustaining sequence.
We've just been informed that the sample is ready, Gordon. It should be coming
This
up
is true,
to
Phobos. Phobos is a living
the
example
delivery system
of the
for
life.
your specimens.
There it is. The specimen. The cart.
Standard insertion. Non-standard specimen.
Standard insertion for a non-standard specimen.
Go ahead.
Prom night all over
Join the
again.
carrier into the analysis point.
Insertion!
Shut it down.
Shutting down. Someone get him out of there. Shut it down. It's not shutting down.
This was so amazing when this first happened, and they made it look pretty good here. Gotta climb up for safety. Gotta hit the emergency stop. Whoa, there's things falling in and out of space here. Emergency stop button not working. It's overloading. This ain't going well. Oh. Nope, they took me off the ladder. I gotta get back up there. Or not. Hello. Beautiful squid face creature. I'm sure you won't harm me in any way. Speaking of not being harmed in any way, hello Smasher. Do you guys remember if these scenes were in the original Black Mesa when they didn't do Zen? Or did they add them in after Zen was done? Since these are like Zen things. Also interesting they do that scene with the Vortigons, considering how that develops. Like post Half-Life into Half-Life 2. Thanks for stopping by while you can, Smasher. Ah, I see. So the Lend-Lease program not doing too well with the current situation. I do like the addition of the music here. Oh, something bad definitely happened. Let's see if we can go find help. Yeah, that'll fix you. And they teach you to crouch a little bit earlier than they used to. This guy didn't make it. So I'm gonna take the first aid for myself. If I recall correctly, the whole thing about one of the scientists performing CPR on one of the guards, that was actually an opposing force. So it's been moved into be part of this experience, which is fine. I like that. Oh, goodness gracious.
Warning. High energy detonation detected in materials lab.
I see a little bit of expansion on the scripted events that Half-Life made so famous back then. This poor dude didn't make it. Ugh, there's like pieces of him everywhere too. I hope Eli made it out. Also, I wish I could read this. Oh, I can. No, I can't. I can zoom in on it, but I still can't read it. Welcome back, Ross. Welcome to Unforeseen Consequences. So, physics system that we didn't have in the first game gets integrated into our first obstacle slash puzzle that involves it, clearing the way so we can get past. But before we go that way, let's check out this way. Looks like these two, they're not dead in here, so maybe they made it somewhere else. Which I hope they did. Also, is there like an emergency button here? Nope, everything's all blue screened. Well, as long as you did the research and you think it's a good buy, all good. As long as you're not buying red cameras, then they're scammy products.
I never thought I'd see a resonance cascade, let alone create one. By Schrodinger's cat, he's alive.
Gordon! Thank
That's right.
God for that hazard suit.
Protagonist
All
power,
roads
baby.
are- I can't reach anyone in the facility. You need to get to the surface and let someone know that we're stranded down here.
Chicken fried rice or fried
Show 'em
rice
what
with
kind of
chicken?
danger is
Frost. Oh, what's going on?
My God.
Whoa.
What have we done?
Yeah, what have y'all done?
Fascinating. Would you look at that?
I did always think it was interesting that with all the
Me for the retinal scanner. I'm certain the rest of the science team
with all the experimentation they were doing with the teleportation properties that went through Zen,
till you're in the clear.
that
You hear me?
they accidentally got some head crabs stuck in these tubes where they could be safely observed for a while. I always thought that was funny. And then we flip the switch, and what do we get? Nothing? Apparently nothing. So that was worthless then. What if I hit this switch?
What an interesting anterior. I wonder
Can't
what
hit that
its
one.
stomach is.
Oh, you know what? I bet this is supposed to be Hedwig from Half-Life 2. Interesting. Alright, so we'll take Eli with us.
Safe for Isaac.
Don't worry about Isaac.
My family. I fear the worst.
I need you to follow me first. We gotta go to the retinal scanner, remember? Wait, I thought you said I would need you for the retinal scanner. Now I actually do need you for the retinal scanner. Oh, maybe he already did it when I wasn't looking. That's what happened. Alright, we're good. Oh! Hyper beam. Yeah, I'm getting out. Nope, can't get out. Yeah, this ain't looking good. Oh! Wait a minute. I thought it was going that way. Okay, I gotta get out of here. I'm all messed up from that. And then our first encounter would be enemies. But because of the revision and game presentation, we don't really have a way to fight them. And luckily for us, they just go into the fire, so we don't have to fight them. At least not yet. But our first head crab does present itself there. And we don't have a weapon, so we just have to run away. And again, more enemies show themselves, but they perish pretty quickly to the elements. Chicken fried steak does sound pretty delicious. I haven't had one in maybe 3 or 4 years. Oh! Whoa! Was there somebody alive over here? Oh, I bet that guy wasn't dead yet and the laser just finished him off. I'm sorry, bro. I could have dragged you up. I didn't know. And unlike, I think it's opposing force, we actually have to break some glass. This glass is already broken. This guy didn't make it. Uh-oh. These guys are stuck in the elevator. Don't worry, I'll help you. There, that should do it. Don't worry, help is on the way. Oh! Whoops. So, if I recall correctly, hitting that elevator button was a completely optional affair in this game, as well as in the first Halo, where you actually had to go to a certain area in order to make that happen. Whereas in this game, well, sorry, in the original game, in this game, they made it part of the integration for you to get to the shaft where you're actually supposed to travel. I think you could avoid killing them if you didn't want to, and you wouldn't actually hear them yelling. You would only get the results of actually hitting the button if you chose to hit the button, which you didn't have to. So we go down. Nobody survived down there, so we're going back up the way we came. It is helping one way or another, isn't it, Frost? Do you guys enjoy the widescreen, or should we switch back to standard screen again?
Man, am I glad to see you. What the hell are these things, man? And why are they wearing science team uniforms?
I don't know, man, but could you let me have a Glock 17? I could put it to good use.
Roger that. Let's run like hell.
I was on... Hey, that was a good line. I was on the MIT pistol team, I'll have you know. Also, this guy's already, like, stacked 3 bodies. Oh, get another one. Oh, no! They aren't dead. Watch out, guard, bro. Oh, no, he's not gonna make it. Don't worry, I'm gonna get something to throw at him. Oh, he actually put him down. Sweet. Let me get... Yeah. Trusty, rusty trash can. Alright, you actually didn't die, but you took some hits, so... I'm not, I don't know how much longer you'll last. Also, if I recall correctly... Oh no, that one burned out. If I recall correctly, pick up these flares.
Sorry.
They light up, and then you can use them to light people on fire.
Get points for trying.
Or they don't light people on fire at all. I might have misremembered that. And then that one we can't really worry about. Oh, he's gonna shoot him anyways. Alright, that works. Take him out, bro. Jeez. Oh, he's shooting the head crab that's at the bottom there. I was like, wow, this guy's aim is incredible. Fortunately, I can't do much for him. It sounds like another head crab is back there eating. Oh, I can jump in here. Uh-oh. Get him, bro. I think he killed that one. Hopefully, yeah. Why did I come in here? If I recall correctly, in the original game, you would come in here, and there'd be a guy sitting at this desk, and he would be turned into a head crab, and you could beat him to death in that position, and it was one of the scenes that was used as a recording for the trailer that was shown on G4 Tech TV back when having trailers and videos of a video game was very rare. Like something you couldn't really look up on the internet or anything. Because who was gonna host it? YouTube didn't exist at the time. So it was a thing that I remembered just because G4 Tech TV showed it off. Whoa, who are you shooting? I can help. Fire. Yeah. I knew it. You can set people on fire because they added these flares to the game. And I guess you kind of need the option if you didn't have the guard with you to do all the shooting. You're empty? What? What do you mean you're empty? Pull out your knife, your baton or something. Well, I'm glad I set these guys on fire, because I don't have any weapons, dude. Are you seriously out of ammo right now? I mean, it makes sense, but holy crap. How are we gonna get through this? Somehow you survived the fire. Also, we're both probably low on health now. So we're gonna have to figure something out, my dude.
This shit is something out of a sci-fi movie.
Something out of a sci-fi movie, indeed.
Hey, you be careful in there, Doc.
Yeah, one sec. I think I got the solution, because I see the gas over there. And I have to say, the graphics that are involved with doing the gas, pretty good. Don't know how else I would have been able to tell that without some sort of graphical persuasion. Hey! You still have ammo. This dude lied to me. Also, now he's shooting around my shoulders and stuff, and I can't exactly see what I need to see. Okay, we're good to go there. Pop over in the back. More flares. None of the other people are around, so either they got turned into head crab zombies or they made it out. Also, what calculator is this? Is this a Casio? This says Black Mesa on it, but I know that's a Casio. I don't know which model. I do not enjoy SAO. I enjoyed Gun Gale Online Alternative, and I enjoyed the first episode of Gun Gale Original, but SAO is not really my jam. But I did see you playing earlier, and I hope you're really enjoying it. Also, JRPGs are not really my thing either, but I applaud everyone that wants to enjoy them and does get a kick out of them. I think that's great. Hello! Eat donut! Good job. Now, if this fire would stop, I could get a soda and we could heal up off the sodas. But I don't think the fire's gonna stop, so I don't think that's an option. However, if we can get to the locker room, I know there's health in the locker room. Also, how new is it? Curiously.
Okay, Doc.
Curious about it, I mean.
Don't dawdle.
Yeah, let me get this energy for the suit. Yeah, that's what I figured would happen. Yeah, dude, you take care of business. This guard is the best. Oh, that guy got up. This one wasn't dead. Alright, guard bro is still alive. We're keeping the guard guy alive as long as we can. Huh, I don't know whose locker this was. Boetsma? But he had some serious firepower in here. Well, he had flares and a couple of ammo boxes, but still. Oh, no, there's no more... okay, never mind. So there's no suit charge there, and I don't think there's actually a health station. Oh, no, there is. Sweet. Alright, dude, you use some too. Alright, I'll drink all of it then. Alright, so we should be able to make it through moving forward. I don't think there's anything else worth taking in the locker room, so let's grab this emergency flare. Beat feet. Also, does anybody know how to disable, like, Steam alerts? They come up in the corner when I'm trying to do things in the middle of the day when I'm downloading something from Steam, and I'm like, I don't want to be disabled permanently, I just don't want them to bug me while I'm doing things, and then stay up just because I moused over them by accident. I hope he doesn't die here. I kind of need him to live, and I don't have another weapon to help him with. There we go. See, I'm helping. I'm gonna get you through this, you're gonna get me through. It's all gonna work out. If these guys were smart, the first thing they would have did in this data center is lock themselves in. Because there's no windows, and there's no way in or out except for that door. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot that there's one of these that throws this at you. Fortunately, the physics bugged out, so it didn't really hurt. That hurt, though. That absolutely did hurt. I do like that the flares got busted out and they're like everywhere all over the complex. Shortly after this whole thing happened. Alright, we did it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to call for help.
Yeah, you do that.
Office upstairs.
Whoa, his arms.
There's got to be somebody there who can fix this.
Alright, you get help. I'm gonna hit the alarm.
Anybody.
I know how to do that.
Sector C, anomalous material.
Guess the alarm's already going off. Let's see if we can use the email terminal to dial out. I don't know what's going on there, but now that I can zoom, we can read this. Walter Bennett. I think the experiment will run perfectly today, don't you? Of course. Have you seen my coffee cup? Don't be ridiculous. Why do we always have to wear these ridiculous ties? Which is one of the famous signs. I'm not at all sure. Do you know who ate all the donuts? Shut up. You'll just have to wait until after the test. And of course, the test did not go well. And now we can't dial out. However, something we couldn't do in the original game that we can do here is go out this way. No, I think you could in the original game. Or maybe it was a glitch that I saw someone do one time or something. Like, it definitely wasn't intentional. It might have been something someone modded in. Where you actually go out this way and you just see, like, that there's kind of no hope here. I know you don't find anything useful. I hope he's ready to shoot that thing. Okay, he got it. So I was about to say, that would have been terrible. So you come out here. Oh, that's what it is. You see this guy fall. I don't remember if this is in the original or not, but I do remember coming out here and seeing this guy fall. Black Mesa. Return to Gordon Freeman's battle against its one natural enemy, the nefarious ladder. They're not that bad. Alright. Ladders in Stalker are better, but ladders in Call of Juarez, Bound in Blood, way worse than this game. How are you doing, Iceman? Good to see you. What's your favorite iteration of Half-Life? I know we played every single Half-Life game we could, but this is us finally coming back to Black Mesa now that it's actually finished. I would like to pick up this flare. I think there's a conflict with it thinking I'm trying to talk to him since I'm so close to him, but I want this flare since I'm going into this area. If I recall correctly, he didn't ask for help in the original one. He told you to go in the vent since he couldn't fit, but I might be misremembering. Don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I know what I want to do here. Oh! No, that's not gonna work. Maybe get some switches? Oh, there's a crowbar stuck in the door. Yeah, let's go. Oh! Oh man, I'm getting beat up. So, one of the major... I'm hurt. One of the major changes compared to the first game is that in the original game, and this is something that plagued a lot of FPSs before and after Half-Life, the crowbar didn't act as if it was a melee weapon that you were swinging. It's a gun with no range and unlimited ammo, the way it works, and that's how it's programmed, that's how it feels. Still feels the same way in this game, honestly. It's one of those things, though, that as a feeling, like a game feeling and a lesson, was something that a lot of FPSs and other games that stopped being FPSs and just first person, period, like say Oblivion, started doing other things with the way melee weapons were swung and how they feel and how they took a long time to recover, and then you could variate them for different types of weapons and actually make gameplay out of it. The top hat achievement? I have no idea what that is, honestly. I'll save you, even though you're the dude who closed the window on me earlier. That dude actually killed one. You did it. And then he gets got from behind. Pretty sure that's in the original too, but in the original someone like takes something off a wall and makes it fall down on a head crab. It's weird that I remember the original game more than I remember playing Black Mesa before. And yeah, this is the one from the original. You come here, this dude's sitting here, you can beat him up in the chair. Though I thought he turned around to face you. Maybe I forgot about that part as well. Yeah, adding in the physics system from the source engine and letting you throw stuff around, I don't think it hurt the game at all. Personally. I do think that some of the puzzles, though, I wish there was something more to them. There's a top hat you can grab at the train station there by climbing a pipe, and you have to carry it through the game. Through the entire game, I don't think it'll work for me, man. Especially considering that I have not finished Black Mesa before, but I'll keep that in mind. It would be a fun thing to do in the future. Also, this guy's dead. Can I have his pistol? No? Damn, at least remove his pistol from his body model, if it's gonna be like that. Also, you have, like, things like this that were definitely part of the Half-Life 2 source engine. And it's like, are they puzzles, really? Like, yeah, there's something to do with them. You don't have to think too hard. Later on, you get some that are directly translated from Half-Life 2. My only thing is, like, I didn't mind that the physics system came to this game. I just wish there was more to it that wasn't just taken from Half-Life 2. I thought there would be more creative stuff going on. Also, I think he was alive when I came in, but he didn't last long. It's also icy in here. Somebody killed this guy, but I don't see anyone around. It's weird. He'd still be alive, if only he hadn't died. If only, right? There is an explosive in here. I'm gonna try not to hit it with my crowbar, even though that should never set off a box of explosives. Vaccinated? Get a booster. Got immunizations? Yeah. Okay, let's not blow ourselves up here. Let's quick save. Also, is this becoming one of those things where you guys can't wait to get out of the area with all the sirens and alarms? What was the game we played recently where I, like, didn't know what to do? Oh, it was Stalker. Yeah. There was an alarm going off, and I figured out that there was... You could actually shoot the thing to... Oh, what's that noise? I figured out that we could actually shoot the alarm to make it stop making noise, but this was after like 20 minutes of listening to it. Maybe it's nitro or something that we're just casually storing in boxes? Sure. Now, what are these? Oh. What was this? Propane? This looks like an area where something would fall down and hurt me. Nope. Whoa! Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. This did happen in the original game, but you get, like, knocked out, and, like, a dog comes and looks at you. Or am I thinking of Blue Force? Sorry, Blue Shift. I think I'm thinking of Blue Shift. I might be misremembering how this went down before. So it's the area where you have to start swimming under things. Or again, I think that was Blue Shift as well. They sure took their time getting you armed on this one. But perhaps that was a statement when they wanted to do it. Oh! Yeah, I can do that too. Yeah, who's big man now? Just take a look at the detail that's in here. With the original textures that were in the original Half-Life and the time it came out and the style of the graphics, you could definitely tell that they were always meant to look like this. The teeth and the open gaping mouth, that kind of like the Thing type looking presentation. Excuse me, the Thing looking presentation, the body horror behind it. But it was like drawn on with a few blocky, what's that thing called? Not pixels, but when you have something that is like a polygon shape. I forget the name of it. There's a name for it. Something lit, like iglet or something like that. In any case, yeah, voxel. That's what it is. So you could see like a couple of voxels per teeth that were supposed to be embedded in the chest. But the thought was there, and that was my thing, is that it doesn't really matter how good or bad the graphic capability is for the hardware. But if the thought is there, someone's going to get it to you via the art that is available to them. That's what I always saw. So when we do see upgrades like this or hand-drawn fan art, those guys have a lot to go on because there was a lot of love put into the originals in order to let something like this shine later on. Even if it wasn't even made by the original people, right? That's how I always thought. Oh no! Oh! Damn, that dude would have lived if the ladder hadn't fallen on him. Oh, gross! Glad I have the suit on. The laser trip mine maze is my favorite part of this game. Also leads to hilarious wasp animation where he puts his hand in. After one of the security guards is grossed out. He did that. Ew. What camera do I use? This is... Actually, I think if you look below... Because I don't remember the exact model number, Phobos. If you look below... at the Amazon blacksmith little panel thing, whatever. Don't buy anything from that, by the way. I didn't make that so people could buy it. I just thought it was an easier way to display my gear. You'll see exactly the camera that I'm using, like the model. That being said, don't buy that camera at all right now. It's extremely overpriced. The camera costs me about $30 to $35. Right now it's on sale for like $100. And the cameras that should cost $100 are costing people like $135. At the moment. Oh no! He recovered faster than I thought he would, and I didn't have anything to throw at him. Now I gotta get through this again. At least this one's dead. Alright. If that one wasn't fooled. I need more stuff to throw at these guys. I'm glad you have fond memories of Half-Life though, that's fun. I feel like every time we have to run a Half-Life game, like, there's always something that comes up for everybody. It's like, yeah, I remember this. Oh, hey, G-Man. Get back here. I know what you did. Lucky I don't have my Nikes on. I'd be... Oh, hello. You're new. Oh! That doesn't hurt from that angle, right? It's also crazy to me that these things can bite, technically. That does hurt. So you don't have to be super close. Like, they're nothing but eyes in the mouth portion, but somehow they can bite with that, or you see them eating and stuff, and you see hair coming out of the area with all the eyes. These things always creep me out. Like, for real. They always creep me out. Danger. Temperature-controlled storage. Raise temperature before entering. Oh, I remember this. This looks completely different in the first game. It's like 2 tubes that are refrigerated, not like this room area, if I'm recalling correctly. And you can open one and see the dog in it and let him out, or you can close it on him and not have to deal with him as you adventure around the area. So it makes me wonder if one teleported in there, or if they had one on ice already, and because the stuff failed, it was able to get out. Some random equations here. But yeah, folks, if you want a link to where... Wait, do they have Target in Canada, Phobos, or no? Other than that, if you want a link to a camera I think you can get for a fair price and it won't cost you an arm and a leg, let me know on Discord and I'll send you some of my research later, because we had to pick up new cameras. Fairly recently, and finding out that the cameras that should be cheap are really expensive, and finding out all that crap about overinflation and resellers, I was able to find a few that are still like nicely priced. No more Target in Canada? Really? What happened? Did y'all like run him out of town for selling the wrong kind of syrup or something? Eh? Don't you know? You know that there Target there, mate. Just not a good place to do business. Don't you know? I'd rather shop at Birkenstocks, eh? On a scale of 1 to 10, how Canadian do I sound? Business decision or something, eh? Eh? Sounds like moose tits to me, friend. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even think I sound anywhere close to Canadian. It's cool, Q, no worries. My face ain't much of a looker. I mean, if I could go back, I wouldn't even stream with the camera. Especially if it's just something you want to do for fun every once in a while. You don't have to, like, be looking at people to talk to people. I honestly have no idea what value it adds to this stream. I just been doing it for so long. Whatever. It just gives me the option to, like, communicate with people without talking sometimes. I'm like... Oh, hey.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, what's up?
Listen, I know where you can find some more weaponry.
God, this dude's speaking my language.
Take me with you, and I'll unlock the door.
Okay, that sounds like a great plan, but first, I'm gonna go check it out so you don't die on the way, alright? It was very poorly set up in Canada, never had stock, website, no search engine. I liked it, but I had to research prices, so I don't have to waste my time price comparing. That is true, and then you would have to spend all your time price matching in the store, especially depending on where you live. Like, you know, I've lived in places where it's like, oh, I don't like the price here, or they don't have it. I can go next door to the other grocery store, and then I can go next door to the Target and next door to the Walmart, all within like the same 2 minutes of each other, right? But then I've lived in some areas where it's like, yo, if you drove to the store and they didn't have what you needed, or the price wasn't right, like, you just wasted like a good 2 hours of your day, and you are going home empty-handed. And I was like, yeah, dude, without like the advent of online shopping, or even before like they had telephones and stuff, there would have been a lot of people not getting anything they needed. As for the not having stock, do you think they were trying to pull from the same suppliers that they always did? And they were like, oh, we'll just ship it to Canada, it'll be fine. Or do you think like some Canadian businessmen like mobbed them out of their distribution?
Ever make it out of here?
And like prevented them from getting the business that they needed. Where exactly is the security office? Let me find that before I take him anywhere with me. I don't want to take him with me and then he gets killed. And then we can't get weapon. But I think I can take him this far at least. How long ago was that when they stopped being in Canada? Yeah? Alright, you stay here.
You're going to have to leave me here.
It's gonna save. Temperature controls, V2. Everything's overloaded and broken. Yeah, that's done. Oh, hello. Yeah, nope. Do you guys remember a game we played? I think it was Dishonored 2. It might have been some other game where I was looking for a wheel like this, but I had tossed so many things around the room that it was nearly impossible to find because the physics system allowed me to just kick shit everywhere, and there was no way I was going to find that thing. At least 5 years? Like 5 years ago, or it lasted for 5 years? Walmart was 10-minute drive from Target, Best Buy 20 minutes from Walmart, yeah. And I mean, that would still suck though if you couldn't even get what you needed. These days, it's almost impossible for me to do anything other than, and I'm talking even without the consideration of COVID-19, it is very hard. 5 years ago, definitely didn't last 5 years. Wow. I almost think I remember hearing about this, but I think I just didn't pay attention because at the time, I honestly, without Twitch, I didn't know much about Canada. To be real with you. What was I talking about though? Oh yeah, before even the advent of COVID-19, I find it hard to shop now. Like, even if this wasn't a consideration, I find it really hard to shop without just ordering something online and saying, hey, put it in a box for me And when I come pick it up, I'll pay for it. And then I'll take it home. And I'm not gonna like run around your store for 20 minutes. Whenever I can do that, it's nice. The only exception to that is when I go to grocery stores that have the scanners. So I can price compare and I can scan all my own stuff, put in my bags as I go. And then those bags go with me like all the way home. I don't know which shopping experience is like more convenient to me, but they're both better to me than the age-old method of making a list and then going in the store and actually putting stuff in your cart from the list. Why would I do that when I can sit in my bathrobe, smoke a cigarette, and like type in what I want? This guy's gonna die, right? He just walked in here.
Well, at any rate,
I can type in what I want, drink my coffee, go to work, and then on my way home from work, I pick up my order of whatever it is. Okay. Got us a little bit of that delicious glaucola. Oh yeah, Freeman knows what's up. Also, Hypnotic, what's going on with you? I had something to say to you today, and I completely forgot what it was.
welcome to stay if you want.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so I hit my right mouse out of reflex, because, you know, aiming. And then it hit me, I was like, oh yeah. Aiming's not really a thing in Half-Life and games like this. For good reason, too. I do like that we get the other reload. Now, something I want to test. One, I like that he points his barrel away from the players. Or from NPCs. That's a nice touch by the developers. Two, I want to see if he does a different reload when it locks open empty. Or if it even locks open empty. Looks like we get the alt fire from the original game, which is to have some like really rapid fire, but it opens up your aiming a lot. Also, that's some really nice cool dent texture. I mean, it's very flat when we get up close, but from far away, looks like you actually did dent the metal before putting a hole in it, right? Pretty cool. Same thing with the texture on the boxes there, eh? Ah! We do get a locked open animation. Pretty dope. Now, can I quick load, please? Yes, I can, so I didn't actually have to waste all that ammunition. This guy's saying, do we hear something? I'm pretty sure there's something on the other side of this door. And I don't think he's actually going to be safe in the security office. But I also know he doesn't have much choice. So I feel for him, but I think if we come back here, he'll probably be dead. I do hope you're doing well, Hypnotic. I just wish Future was here so you could give him your well wishings. Alright, now where do I go? I got the gun. Thought I was heading this way. Oh, right. I was heading this way. Maybe. Or I might just be de-thawing that stuff downstairs. So that I can actually get through, do the hot water. Well, I'm only a year behind you, Hypnotic. So now we have to change the rules, because I don't think either of us wants to die. Oh yeah, did you buy that game you were talking about, Hypnotic? Okay, we did heat this stuff up enough to get through here, I guess, with the hot water. So now we can walk through the icy area, but I'm trying to make sure we don't get ambushed by something. Also, thanks again to everybody who was here to receive a gift sub. What I believe that will do is give us another subspace to have another emote, which Kiona just finished drawing, so good timing, good timing. And even if there's not, as always, I will put my emotes on FFZ or BTTV so that everyone can use them for free as well when you're on this channel at least. Hello! Yeah, I'm gonna back up from that. Jeez, that hit that body? Alright. Wow, you got up here fast. No need to waste the bullets since still got... I forgot there's a quick switch like that. I'm glad we have it. But I did want to try and conserve a little ammo, because I don't know how easy it is to get in the game. We are... Oh, hello. I think we're playing on like a medium-ish difficulty. It's just called like Black Mesa difficulty. Oh, is this your introduction of Vortigaunts? Ah, and they speak as if it was the second game. Interesting. The introduction of Vortigaunts is a lot different than I remember from the first game. I don't know if it is or isn't, but it's definitely different than I remember. Oh, and I guess if you didn't get the scientist to that area alive, which is kind of hard to do, but certainly possible, this would have been the first time that you got a gun. Sounds like, yep. I was gonna say, I think I can hear another. That head crab dead? Yeah, it's dead. I thought it might have fallen off his head and not died. They are TTTT? Excuse me? Speak for yourself, Q. I'm pretty done with the world. Hey. Hey! What's up? I will say he distracted me from that pretty well. Hey, come back out here now.
Oh dear, I do believe I soiled myself.
Still alive in there? Okay, wasting ammo.
Run along, Freeman. I've some...
Target says something like $1 billion on the retail recently. Sellers. It's interesting. Iceman. Do you think they just chose the wrong person for their job? Like, was it an American CEO or... You know, not CEO, but American executive that was in charge of that? Or did they hire someone Canadian to do it and that person thought they knew what they were doing but didn't? I mean, hey, going to new territory is hard. Like, for any industry, though. But it does feel like if anyone could make it, it would be the grocery stores, right? You would hope so. Grocery stores, after all. Hold up! That didn't hurt at all. Thanks, Super Suit. Okay, I was about to say, I can't reach that health from here. Come on. Sounds like our buddies are down here in the sewers, so we just need to be wary of them. Let me pick that up before you decide to throw it at me. Also notice that they got those good hollow points that were loaded up in the Glock here. I am also glad they went with the Glock. They had their choices if they wanted to be faithful to the game between the Glocks 17 and the Beretta 92. Oh, the floating made it seem like he was still alive for a moment. Also floating, pretty cool. They had their choice between the Glock 17 and the Beretta 92 because if you had the HD weapon texture pack, you got the Beretta, which to me was a worse choice than the Glock 17. I think Half-Life having the Glock 17 as their main pistol was an excellent choice. And that ladder just fell off in front of me. That's not cool. However, the upside of that is once we got the HD weapon texture pack, we also got an M4 with a 203 on it instead of an MP5 with a 203 on it. So there was give and take. And I honestly don't remember if Black Mesa went the M4 or the MP5 route, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Oh, this is not what I wanted at all. Do these things die? With the water flooded, or like, what? I guess I need to get through here before I start running out of air, though. Come on, ladders. Iceman was right. These ladders suck. How's it feel to be right, Iceman? So is Zeller's not closed anymore, or like, what's the deal? Gotta love barnacles, and dude. Man-Eater is a pretty fun game. Turns out eating humans as a shark is pretty cathartic. Oh yeah, the shark game where you actually grow up as the shark, which was vastly changed from what we saw when it was originally advertised. Also, if you guys remember the PC game show presenter woman who made that joke about finally a game named after my favorite weekend activity, she has a Twitch channel and she's really chill. It's pretty cool. She also does some like professional grade, not my boyfriend following me around with a couple filters on his iPhone level like Instagram post. I was very surprised, but delighted. Good content. I don't know where I'm at all, honestly, right now. I do see Forbidden VHS though. Weird question. We joke about like, oh, my kids will never know what this is with like a CD or... Can you shoot like this? You cannot. With like a CD or a DVD when everything's digital, or like cassette tapes and VHSs, but that doesn't make sense, right? Because you guys know about technology that existed before you were around, right? Because a lot of it is still around in one way or another, or you see it somewhere in a movie and you figure it out, right? That's not a regular person thing. That's a dumb person thing, right? That's gotta be. It's like that whole like, oh, boomers don't understand computers thing. It's like, who invented computers? Then who was programming the shit? It's just some people were not and some people did. Had nothing to do with how old they were. What are we doing for our birthday? We're doing it right now. I mean, honestly, building the computer, getting the new tool set, which I posted my tool roll that I got that I'm very happy with on Twitter. I guess I can make the video of that. Also, we have some more tools coming in, so like we will have a bunch of repair stuff going on, which will be very cathartic. So we'll be using our new tools to fix my torch, because my torch has a clogged jet, and that's going to be fun. I think I have the tools I need for that, but if I don't, that's going to be a two-parter. We'll be putting a new battery in this Chromebook, and I think that's all we have to work on. I'm just waiting for a new like mic stand to get here so I can actually like angle it down when I'm working on things. I have a few other small handy things to do. Oh, we have some jewelry to repair. So my stepfather bought me a bracelet a while back from a designer jewel company, and it's a really nice bracelet, and it snapped on me, and the bracelet itself costs between $215 and $385. Whether that's worth it or not, I don't know. Some people just like nice things and they interpret expensive as meaning nice, and that's what they do. I accept gifts. I try not to be rude, right? Anyways, the thing snapped on me, and my stepfather said, oh, they won't replace it, but I'll buy you a new one for a few $100s. And I was like, nope. And I spent about $4 on some new stretchy jewelry line. And I was like, yeah, I'll fix it myself for the low price of a fraction of $4, since this was like 100 foot of line. So we'll have a few things to do handiwork wise. I think that's a fun birthday thing to do. When am I supposed to burst out of the closet covered in cake? I think the cake would be spoiled by now, wouldn't it? You only learned about 5.25 floppies by 2006? Yeah, but I'm saying you know that they're a thing. Just because something is older than what you were around for doesn't mean you're not gonna know about it. Right, clearly neither of us have no idea what typewriters are, right? Because we didn't use them. But at the same time, it's like, it's so easy to just look up. It's not like you went through a Matrix-style Terminator event where... Or like... The Walking Dead or something, where like the world changed and you were born in an era where this is no longer needed. Because we have the internet these days, and because we have... Everyone has like a phone that is way more powerful than they need it to be. Are we gonna fall out of this vent? And that phone can double as a computer and pretty much connect you to all the information you could ever want to know. If you want to know what something old is, you just want to look up the progression of something you have, you can easily find it. Dude, I have to say, if I was like dead broke as a teenager but I had a phone, I would not even buy a computer right now. I would literally buy a USB-C monitor, USB-C it to my phone, and then use some cheap like peripherals, keyboard and mouse hooked up to that USB-C monitor that I bought for like 150 to 280 bucks, and I would use my phone as a computer. And I think I would be fine for everything I needed to do for school. With all the like little desktop stuff that they have for the Android devices now. It's pretty ridiculous, and I'm like, yeah, you don't even need... Like, you don't really need a computer to do all this basic stuff that basic people do. Information porn. Why does every conversation on this channel somehow turn into porn? Information porn. That's where the big money is. Someone was recycling it. Information and porn. Wait, information porn or porn information? Because one of those I'm really into. The other one, you have to explain it to me. This guy's body broke my fall because I watched The Bourne Identity a few times. Why is all this stuff empty? Who else comes through here with HEV suits? Doesn't make any sense. I cannot insert VHS into the VCR, but it looked pretty close for a second. Also, I think that's still in its cover, so it's probably not a good idea. I can get first aid, but I don't need first aid. Can't open this. There's gotta be something we can do here. My man here is down. I can carry the dead head crab for whatever reason. That's a terrible thing to do. Doors are locked. Is there a button? Like a security button? Huh. We jumped in here without a plan. Oh, there's a big giant freight elevator circuit breaker. My bad. It also happens to open the doors. Frost is making a lot of sense here, Q. How are you gonna respond to that? Why wouldn't every conversation be about porn here? Because we are wholesome, adult Boy Scouts, bastions of gentlemanly nature, and we don't always have to go there. We don't have to beat them people. There's plenty of them people on Twitch already. Also, hold up a second. We went through all that vent work and we ended up in the room, but we can see there are some vents here and here. However, I want to say that those vents are just there to make that vent look convincing, instead of having like, oh, there's only one vent in the room, it happens to be the one you need to go in. There's like, oh, there's like a few vents, but that's the only one you can access, and it happens to be open. I don't think those are actually meant for us to go anywhere, but they do look convincing. Yeah, because we're not breaking that off, even though I could probably insert the crowbar in here and pop this off if I need it to. Oh, no, can't stay up. Go back. Oh well. Yep, this is the one. I knew it. And just like the first game, because of the physics, if you're really lucky, a lot of them will jump off. Also, I think most speedrunners just like jump straight down here, if I recall correctly. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. A lot of them fell though, so we should be okay. And a lot of them fell into that electrified water. Oh my goodness! Those guys made a perfect jump. It's one of the golden rules, Hypnotic. Doesn't mean it's a rule we have to keep following. I could have swore I saw somebody in this door when we looked in. And they like crawled away this way, but I guess I was mistaken. There is blood in here, so there's been some kind of action going on. I will take this ammunition. 1 magazine per pistol. I do like that they keep the pistols in racks. Like, ready to go, loaded, looking at the ground in racks, and not in like actual pistol stands where you just reach in and grab one. That's okay.
Yo, it's so cold, dog.
Thanks for the raid, Tim. I'm glad to have you here, and hello to Splat and everyone else that comes from Tim's place. I know I've been over there making way too much noise and chatting more than I should, so I apologize to you, Tim, for that and disrupting your time. I'm glad that you're here to see a true FPS run on some decent hardware. I'm kidding. I hope you're enjoying Dishonored, dude. I think that was $10 well spent on you, and I'm totally not gonna blackmail you and make you feel bad about it in the future. Everyone go check out Tim. He's playing Dishonored for the first time. Mainly because he was playing Dishonored 2 And then I saw him playing Dishonored 2, and I was talking to him about it, and it occurred to me that he had not played the first game. I was like, yeah, I'm spending this money, you're gonna play this. I don't know who just followed, but thank you. Hello, Stead Muffin. I remember you. And hello, Cargo Crap Colin. Your mom says you're cool. Your mom, completely right every time. Go give her a hug. Show her some love.
Thank you for all your support.
My window is way too small today to see who is following and for what reasons they are. But I thank you, whoever you are.
Thank you for all your support.
Wholesome is what used to be before Hypnotic became a bad influence on you. Frost, you know damn well. My canvas size is perfected. How's your canvas size? I know it's not 21.9, I'll tell you that. Whoa, I don't remember that voice, but that's kind of creepy with all the blood back there. For those of you coming from Tim's channel, this is Black Mesa. This was started as a fan project for the original Half-Life game built on the Source engine that was the engine for Half-Life 2. And it was not finished until earlier this year, I think. And the last time I played it was 2016, wherein at the time you could only play about half the game. Since they have actually finished it, it's something that I want to get through. And this was an important title, like not the original game, but this particular fan project, because this is one of the flagships of the original unveiling of the Steam Greenlight program, where users would submit their own projects and games, and Valve would give them stamps of approval to go ahead for development and post them and publish them through Steam, which was a big deal and continues to be a big deal for people that are doing like indie development these days, even though it works a completely different way. I'm not aspect ratio shaming you, but I am flexing on you with this widescreen gameplay that I am downscaling into 1920 by 1080 so that it's actually viewable on Twitch. We'll just say it like that. What I will shame you for is not knowing that you were adjusting your canvas size and that had no bearing on your output. And then not realizing that your canvas was a complete mess where everything was placed. To be honest, though, even for people that actually do that, like, very regularly, it's a pain. Like, when I'm changing my recording and I want to change from 21.9 to 16.9, I don't have to make any adjustments now, but I did have to originally line up a bunch of centers, make my transitions right, so I can actually go from either mode and position without moving anything, and it does what I want it to. But that took a long time to set up. It was very painful. Why didn't they get banned for copyright? What are you talking about? Also, what's up, Keks? Привет, здравствуйте, кузя. Which is not a real word. Thanks to you, I know that. Oh, yeah. Look at that. And look how wide that is as a hollow point, too. That is probably an HST. Federal HST. Gotta be. You oughta put more gizmos and gadgets in that huge black space. I would like to, but you have to talk to the other artist. The one that actually lets me pay him. And see if he's done working yet. Actually, I haven't seen Dylan ever since he finished his 24-hour stream. So I'm actually not sure. Not sure about the effectiveness and hollow points on aliens. Depends which aliens we're talking about. If it's like Battleground Los Angeles aliens, should be okay, because those guys' bullets can kind of penetrate into. They just have organs in different places, so still causing, you know, some sort of bleeding would be somewhat effective, as well as putting some more energy onto those organs when they do hit their mark. As for, like, let's say, Independence Day aliens with, like, thick carapaces and stuff, yeah, hollow point round, probably not gonna help you out, but it's a better bet than most things. Whoa! And whoever was over there is dead now, and that collapsed the bridge, just like the first game. I was going to register for my personal carry license, but I wouldn't be able to get my prints registered for like a month. Was our experience like that at all? Our experience? Or do you think COVID and the protests are related to the weight? I imagine that the thing, like, not COVID-19 itself, but you mean like all the things resulting from it. I imagine those put a lot of strain on the federal system. A lot of those systems, statewide and federal-wide, are not as big as people would think when they think like, oh, huge government machine. Because there statistically aren't as many people applying for them when it comes to firearm stuff. So there's already not a lot of people working with that. And then some of them might have been let go because of this stuff as well. Then there's more people trying to get the stuff done, which can also up the weight. But at the same time, I'm also not from Florida, and I've done that process in what, 5 or 6 states since I was 21 now. Well, I guess I started when I was 18, but those are different processes. And I have to say, I've never done one that extensive, so I'm not sure if that's normal for you, because I've never done one for Florida, if you get what I'm saying. So I definitely mean everything I said about like the systems being clogged up and them not having a lot of people to expend towards those activities and it taking a long time. At the same time, I don't know if that's just normal for Florida. I know in Georgia and Tennessee, I came in and did my prints and walked out the same day. And then everywhere else I've done, I've just had to wait a couple days for usually some other paperwork to actually get processed. Now I remember what I was going to say to Hypnotic, but I have to wait for Nick and Hypnotic to be here at the same time before I can actually talk about it. Your buddy tried to buy a gun about 2 months back and local PD put up a notification saying the background system was overloaded. My goodness. But yeah, that happens, and it's not like they were bad systems. Oh man, I bet I could've, I didn't save. I bet I could've walked across that and gotten some bonus goodies if I had not broken the vent straight away. Or just pretty quick, Tim, weak at most. Okay, so that sounds like the strain of the current events on the system are making it a slower process then, according to Hypnotic. I was about to say, ask Hypnotic, see what he knows. He's from Florida like you. As is Delon. Wait, what? Tim's done. Tim, where the fuck are you? No, really, where are you? He's an MD now. I've heard the same from friends in other states. Oh, so. Yeah, I mean, if you think about, like, how many people in the world get licenses, I don't know how many, like, actually in the US, but if I were to say anecdotally, I could say, like, 80% of people I know have driver's licenses. But I do know when it comes to pistol permits and stuff, and this is talking as a person that lives around and works with a lot of shooters, I'd say maybe 20% of people I know, including those people that are serious shooters, actually have carry permits. So when their numbers are lower, if we assume that the numbers are lower, the responses and the equipment and stuff that's made for those systems are not in great numbers. So when those numbers increase, it doesn't make sense to buy more equipment to deal with it because those spikes aren't going to last, you know? Indiana. I knew it. You were somewhere around there. You are closer to Nick than the rest of us. Also, I honestly cannot say whether you need the pistol more or less in Indiana versus Florida. I say they're about even. GST-9 on July 17th, still waiting for it. What is the GST-9, Coltrane? I'm not familiar with the acronym. Or is that one of the aftermarket Glock frames? That's what it sounds like, but I didn't want to assume. Oh hey, it's the original fight from the original game where they show you like, yeah, these guys have an ecosystem, and that squid, bull squid kills things, the head crabs where it's from. You guys can see that, like, clearly defined tracer projectile flying towards the enemy, right? Do you guys think that they changed to a projectile system for this game, or do you think it's just same old, I'm sorry, same old, hit scan. Bring your slingshot around with me, that'll vanquish any feral hillbillies. Hopefully. Hey, always remember, Vladimir Putin, while he was still a low-level secretary dude, was known to carry an air pistol around because it made him feel safer. Polymer Glock 19X. Ah, okay. So you did go for a Poly 80 model. Why? What made you want to go for the 19X? You one of those freaks of nature's, corn-fed and got those big honking dick skinners that you like to wrap around a pistol with a long handle? Because, hey, if you are, then more power to you. Could do the old, the No Country for Old Men route. With what? I think they have a crowbar system in this game. Excuse me, Frost? What do you mean by that? Also, what do we mean by the No Country for Old Men route? I want to say that this is our introduction to physics puzzles, but I don't think that comes until later. The other way that's around this is like you go in through the back and you end up on the other side, and you kind of have to remember that you're on the other side. Yes, about a projectile system, so they have a crowbar system. Okay, okay. Yes, they do have a crowbar system. I'm just saying, I can't tell from shooting if these are projectiles or if it's hit scan. But I want to say it's projectiles. Is it easy to do projectile shooting systems on the Source engine? I'm actually not sure. Yeah, dude, go stretch, go get some blood pumping. Go do what you gotta do, Tim. I'm glad you're able to show. And maybe later you can tell me how far you got in Dishonored and how you like it so far. Or if you have any questions I could help you with, because I've played the game so many times that maybe I know a few quality of life things I can tell you without spoiling you. Yeah, enjoy bending over. Hypnotic will be there to make sure you get the full experience. I like how Gordon can somehow come up to surfaces, make a jump on them from in the water, and then land on them and find out that they are not stable enough. And flip them over like that. That's great. Oh my gosh. What's with all you heterosexual, straight, muscular, manly men here that always engage in some homoeroticness? I'm not against that lifestyle. I'm just saying, why is it us? Why is it not actual homosexual dudes? No, it is us, the heterosexual guys, that act more gay than the actual gay dudes. Why do we do that? Why do y'all do that? You know what? I'm not including myself. I exclude myself from this activity from now on. It's something y'all do. I'm not here. JoJo taught us that, baby. JoJo has some flamboyance. That's not the same thing as just straight up, yeah, let's go bend over in front of each other. It's different. It is way different. Also, it's 11, so according to the new schedule, we normally go off by now. However, since I was late today, we'll keep going for a bit. Also, with all the crap that we've done this stream, I'm going to have to edit so much stuff. That being said, we're going to take a quick save. We're going to listen to a little music, go on break, and I'll be right back. I'm going to get some water to drink, and... excuse me. I'm going to get some water to drink and get comfy so we can sit here for another half hour or so, alright? You guys don't kill each other to death with your homoerotic tendencies before I come back, please.